Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Leal, and we have already the moon in Sagittarius. Tomorrow it is the full moon. And I wanted to focus in these aspects that are participating of this event that are very important. In fact, yesterday we have the perfection of the square between Venus in Taurus and Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. And we are on our way to the square between Mars in Leo and Uranus in Taurus. And both of them, in a different way, they are very, very implied in relationships and resources. In fact, these two aspects in astrology are represented by Venus. Venus is a ruler of Taurus because both in relationships and in our connection with the sustenance, they are based in what we give and receive, and imbalances that could be manifested are going to show us what we need to change. So everything is happening in a context in which the world, the entire world, is being reconfigured because the system hasn't been responded to the spiritual growth of people, and the people, we have sustained that system because that was what we knew. But as we know now, it was part of the process, and as we know now, we are going through this great transition. So basic sustenance, it is something that all of us should have, that should be guaranteed, especially for children that are depending on someone else. But the scarcity in our world still has a function, and it is the one of pushing us outside of what we know in order to find our function in the world. And that function is truly, truly valuable, and even could exceed the time and space that we are inhabiting right now, because there are a lot of people that have done things that have influenced many generations after, both in positive and negative ways. But discovering that function that we came here to accomplish, it has a process and it has its challenges. I mean, the challenges have not the purpose of stopping us in our advancement, but the challenges have the purpose of showing us how to approach the path and where to move forward. So this square between Mars in Leo and Uranus in Taurus could imply different things according to the natal chart of each one and the phase of the process that each one is going through. But the change is the common factor. So this could be a change that life is presenting that is pushing us, or it is a change that we are deciding to take because we really want to leave a situation of stagnation behind. Uranus has this factor of unexpected situations that they are going to shake, this false comfort, this false stability. Could be linked with economical aspects, or relationships, everything that is associated to stability. This could even be linked with manifestations in the physical body as a signal, but also this aspect could be linked with giving this jump, these decisions that are modifying everything, and that could generate uncertainty for the mind because the soul already recognizes the way. So activations with Uranus could involve these awakenings, understanding situations in a way that we didn't see before. But many times, in order to see, we have to go through moments of crisis that enable opportunity. But this could also be linked with creative awakenings, ideas, and gifts that we are ready to put in practice. So also Uranus, when we talk about Uranus or Aquarius, detachment is going to be something very important. Detachment of perceptions, spaces, and relationships that are turning off our light, because Mars is in Leo, that are pushing us away from recognizing self-love. For some people, this doesn't only have to do with creations in terms of projects, could be creations regarding children, because they are creations too, dynamics that have to change and that they are reflected in the relationship with their kids. So tension between Venus in Taurus and Pluto retrograde in Aquarius also is connected with this thing of detachment, because Pluto is in Aquarius. Detachment from that is pushing us away from our values, from bearing the values that we really want to bear in our experience. What happens in here, it is that with Pluto, we always need to deepen, to understand how the we lead to ourselves to repeat certain painful patterns. For example, there could be many people, I am including myself, that have inhabited in very chaotic dynamics in their home, with their families, and then unconsciously that could be translated in elections in our relationships. And one can believe, I would really want to be in peace, stability, and love, but if we are not cultivating that for ourselves, and if we are not choosing people that can actually offer that, then we are not in coherence with that we say that we desire. So it is precisely this kind of chaos, the drama, the control that are very linked with the low energy of Pluto, that are manifested in certain relationships. It is actually something very familiar for those people. So this square of Venus and Pluto could be an invitation to see those kind of aspects in ourselves. So we can understand how we are also projecting that in people that are surrounding us, to choose differently. There could be people that after a very, very dramatic relationship, they have to learn to inhabit stability, because that could be something that they don't feel attracted to, or even they feel like it's boring, because there is a very rooted programming behind. But once we discover that there are genuine ways of feeling in peace with ourselves and enjoying life, there is no return. One doesn't desire less than that. So other very common pattern, it is to wait the return of a person that is not showing himself or herself emotionally available, because there is a belief, a hidden and illusory belief, that if that person returns, then I am going to feel valued, appreciated. I'm going to stop to feel the abandonment or the rejection. But actually, no one outside of us can really solve that for us. There are people that could be a great bridge to recognize our value, but they are not going to prevent us the labor and the things that we really need to change inside, so that is reflected on our actions. Because if there are no actions, there is no real change. So one starts to value itself, to give value to itself, um, when we can choose at the present moment what creates inner stability, when we are giving form to projects and things that we are really enjoying, when we choose relationships in which the exchange of our energy represents, symbolizes fertility and evolution. And this is not to believe ourselves, superior or inferior. It is not about judging other people or situations, but to be authentic with ourselves. It is also a key not falling in the illusion that if we are choosing from our authenticity, we are not going to have challenges anymore in our projects. We are not going to have conflicts in our relationships anymore, and everything is going to stay in the same way, because that is stability. No, life is movement and change. And that is what impulses us to reveal who we are. But it is important to learn to discern between challenges that are evolutionary and that are worth to invest our energy in overcome, and the attachment to people and situations that are limiting our potential. Because the greater resistance that we are putting to change, that is proportional to the chaos that is going to be generated to move us to new spaces. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.